Okay, Ty, we are live now.
Say again?
We are live now.
Yep, I see somebody in the waiting room.
Yeah, just we will wait for 1 minute and then I'll be admitting them.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
making
you
you
are the,
co-host. You are now
yeah.
co-host.
Okay, thank you. Have a great session.
Nancy,
Yeah,
yesterday I had a bad actor in my class,
yes.
and he happened to have the name Ken. And I noticed the guy in the waiting room happens to have the name Ken. So would you keep a close watch on him just in case?
Yeah, sure,
Thanks.
definitely.
Just in
Okay,
case it's the same guy.
okay. Need not to worry, I'll take care of the bad
I
actors.
doubt if he would use the same name twice, but just in case.
Yeah. Okay, I'm admitting the participants. Have a great session.
Okay,
And
thank
if you
you.
need any kind of help, please reach out to me.
You will do. Hello, people. How you doing today?
Hello, I'm okay.
Good to see you.
That's a Tui, not Tai Chi. Okay.
Yeah, that's Twee behind the Tai Chi name, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm on to you now, Twee. So
I don't know how I can changing my name.
you can try when you do the rename now. There's an option to make it permanent, and you can try that. But I have found with Zoom that it rarely works. But you can try it.
Okay. Now my name is Tai Chi.
I'm good with that. If you want to go by the name, we'll call you Twee Tai Chi.
No problem.
Is that, do you have the latest version of Zoom?
Twee, she's asking you.
Did you download the latest version of Zoom? Well, if she downloads the latest version, she can probably change the name.
You know, Twee, you can also reach out to help at getsetup.io and ask them, or you can chat with Nancy, our TA today, and she might be able to talk you through something. And by the way, Nancy is our TA today, so feel free to say hello to her. She's riding shotgun to watch for any problems, technical or activity, if we have some performance actors today. Let me get started. Actually, I think okay, let me get our slides going and we'll cut through them quickly and get this show moving. Thank you for coming to Tai Chi Beginners today. My name is Ty. I live in Florida, a little town named, well, I shouldn't say little town, 15,000 people in Lake Mary, Florida, a suburb of Orlando. I have a background in biology and psychology and computer science. And most of my career was based off computer science, where I worked in programming, systems analysis, and project management until I became a consultant. And then as a consultant, I roamed around medical centers around North America, helping them use their computer system better, teaching a lot of classes on how to get to their data and use it better. I'm retired now. And I planned for my retirement because I wanted to get more involved in teaching yoga, Tai Chi, and Qigong in my retirement. And that's exactly what I did. And this opportunity to come to you guys with Get Set Up is great. I really find a great match teaching my people, my seniors. I used to refer to us as seniors, the seniors. Now I have to refer to it as my people because I am a senior. But today I'm here to guide you through Tai Chi. We're going to be doing Sung style Tai Chi 12. And most of you from the names, I think, have been with me before. I know there might be a couple of new names I don't recognize. But you know that I'm teaching you mechanics, but that's not the goal. The goal is for you to develop a brain-body connection with these mechanical movements and turn it into a flow and start enjoying it more as a meditative movement, enjoying a deeper practice. And we're getting there. Get Set Up is great. It helps us learn from us so that we can pass skills between us, knowledge between us, because we learn from each other. Now, to help me teach you, I have to learn from you. So if your cameras are on, I can learn from you how you're doing. And that helps me guide you into the next step. So if you're comfortable with it, please turn your camera on. If you're not, you're still welcome to stay. And maybe someday in a future class, you might feel more comfortable with us and turn on that camera. But either way, we like it. We're just glad you're here. There is a possibility of getting a recording after class. It's there. You just have to request it. So email help@getsetup.io and they will set you up with a copy of the class. If you didn't make it into the class because it was booked up today, then you're here by live stream, and that's fantastic. I'm so glad you made it in. But do try to book a class in the future and join us in the class, because then you can be interactive and ask questions. Get Set Up is not paid to promote any specific products. So be aware that we are not a marketing agent of any sort. Now, this is the important slide. The expectation is you've talked to your doctor and your doctor has said, yes, please go do gentle movements. Most doctors will say that. Most doctors will try to talk you into gentle Tai Chi. But you still need to know if there's a limitation the doctor says. It might be do gentle Tai Chi, but do it seated, or do it seated until your knees are better. There are maybe medication, do it seated because you might get lightheaded, or if you feel lightheaded, sit down. Follow the advice of your doctor, because that doctor is your first authority. And then after that, the second authority is how do you feel? If you feel lightheaded or you feel achy, sit down or slow down. And then the third authority is me, because I'm giving you some direction. But you only do what I suggest you do if it passes the doctor's authorization and if it passes your own authorization. We have a lot of objectives in Tai Chi. We want to develop more integration of mind and body, and we want to improve the balance. We do that with our breath, our movement, and good posture. We want to decrease the effects of stress, and that just comes from practicing Tai Chi. You do become more calm of mind, and you kick off that relaxation response. I'd love to do a whole class just on relaxation response sometime. But slow down. Tai Chi is about slowing down our fast-paced life. So when you start your Tai Chi practice, think that now it's my time to slow down and enjoy every little second of it, because that brings you into the moment and you learn to enjoy life in the moment. And then you carry that back to your full life. Overall, we do it to be healthier, because the body works more efficiently with gentle movement, whether it's Tai Chi or so many other forms of gentle movement. We start off in the basic forms of universal posture, the commencement form, and open and close, which I detail quite a bit in the introductory class, Tai Chi, why it's great for seniors. So I'm just going to gloss over those today. In this beginner's class, we talk about the single whip series, and single whip can be left or right, 6 movements in each one, or 6 forms. And the other one we talk about is brush the knee, left and right. By coming and attending multiple classes, you get exposed to all 4 of these sequences. And then you learn, because you know each one of the sequences, you just start combining them and creating yourself a longer sequence. Your little dance can go on and on and on. You just keep repeating these in whatever sequence that feels good. Today, we're going to work on single whip left. That'll be our primary. And if we can get through all of that, we'll do a little bit of brush the knee right. The rules: do only what you're comfortable with. Do only what you're capable with per your doctor's orders. Be comfortable in your clothing, something loose and some good flat fitting shoes. I like to wear tennis shoes or shoes that are called Tai Chi shoes. Some people will do this practice barefooted. I do not recommend that. But if that's what you want to do and you're safe, that's the requirement. If you're safe barefoot to be doing this practice, and you're on a good floor that supports being barefoot, that's up to you. Personally, I like the support of a sole on my foot while I'm doing this practice. Do not practice if you're hungry, because it's going to interfere with your practice, or if you've got a full stomach. You be the judge. but that falls also in the category of listen to your body. If your body says, I've had enough, I need a rest period, do it. Stop if you feel any pain. This is not about pushing yourself into a pain category. If you feel a little uncomfortable this evening, you have to gauge, gee, I can tell I did something and that's good, or maybe I overdid it. Next class, I need to do a little less. You are your best judge. Stay in your comfort zone. And by that, you need to monitor your level of exertion. Am I doing too much? Am I within my range of motion? Am I going too long in the practice? You decide and make adjustments as needed. The practice is slow movement and flowing movement. In class, we're going to be a little mechanical, and that's okay because you have to be mechanical to learn. With practice comes the slow movement, the smooth movement, and the development of a sequence that is relaxing. Breathe. Don't hold your breath. Now, interesting concept in Tai Chi is do only the minimum of effort necessary. So when you're moving, now maybe not during practice today in class when you're learning, but when you're actually practicing the forms on your own, or maybe you can get to that point in class, you want to evaluate your body and go, am I using too much energy and strength in my muscles? Can I soften my legs? Can I relax my shoulders? Do I really need that tension or tightness in my arms to do this motion? We tend to overdo it. So you start seeing what can you let go during your practice. A very useful term. What can I let go? Imagine that the air around you is somewhat dense, like maybe a thick fog or light gel. And when you're moving, imagine that you're just swimming through the air and it's resisting a little bit to your movements and that you're kind of pressing against it. Bottom line, let go. Let things go. Let tension go. Let baggage go. Let other thoughts go. And remember, less is always more. Less is always more. And there's no hurry. There is no hurry in Tai Chi. If you're feeling hurried, do your practice some other time when you're not hurried. Our guidelines consist of mindfulness, posture alignment, breath awareness, active relaxation, slow movement, weight separation, balance, integrated movement, keep it all together, mind, body, and spirit, and all the mind-body principles. Today, we're going to talk about active relaxation. I love this term. It's an oxymoron. How can you be active and relaxed at the same time? Well, you can. And it comes back to that minimum effort concept. When you are moving, when you are doing your practice, how little energy can you put into it and stay moving? How soft can you be? How slow can you be? How calm, but still alert and moving? That is active relaxation. You're being relaxed while you are moving. It might take us a little bit to get to that. It doesn't happen just automatically because, my goodness, in our cultures, we strive, move, rush, get it all done. And we're starting to learn, don't do that. Relax and move slowly. Enjoy the time. Become active. Become relaxed while you're active. I love the concept. It's something that you never actually learn. It's just a constant striving to get to that point, because no matter how active, how relaxed you are now, you're going to be stressed out in 2 hours. So you have to relearn and go, wait a minute, I'm stressing out. I learned in Tai Chi to relax. I can do what I'm doing and I can relax. So there's a lesson we take back to the world. So with that being said, let's do a little practice. Whether you're seated or standing, doesn't matter. Standing with a chair handy for support, whatever serves you best. You might want to have water handy. That's always a good option in your Tai Chi. Let me get some music going. And let's see. There's my music button. Now, I do not hear the music at the level you do, so if you need it louder or softer, let me know. Hang on, I haven't shared it with you yet, but Now it's shared. So if it's too soft or too loud, let me know.
Too soft.
Too soft? Okay. How's that? Can you hear my voice over it okay? Okay, I see some thumbs up. That tells me we're good. Okay. And I think I can use this camera. Let's keep that camera going. Come standing, or if you're seated, just sit up straight. We always start with Wuji. Just a brief rundown of Wuji. If you want more detail, come to Tai Chi, why it's great for seniors. But Wuji means stand tall. Hips basically over your ankles. Your weight and balance. If you want to sway back and forth on your feet a little bit to see where your weight is, it kind of feels good to do that. Kind of gives you an idea of weight movement. And then you just come to a stop in the middle with your weight right there in the middle and good balance. Head is stretched to the sky with your chin tucked just a little. Shoulders and neck are soft with the arms just kind of draping down. And then a little softness in your knees. You want to always be a little bouncy, but you don't want to squat. We don't squat, we just bounce a little. Now, one of the things you want to monitor, especially if you're new to this, is am I straining my knees too much during the session? So be very careful about that. You don't want painful knees afterward. They might be a little sensitive, like, oh, I know I did something, but that's good. That's building. But if you feel pain, then the next session, you want to back off, or you want to do it seated or partially seated. So this is Wuji, beginning posture or commencement form, whatever you want to call it. No, not commencement. I'm sorry. Universal posture. But we always start in Wuji, which in itself is an active relaxation posture. This is a meditative form. You can go to your Wuji, start a nice slow breath, and spend a few minutes meditating on your breath before you start your practice. It kind of gets you in the mindset, does me. So I'm enjoying a little bit of a breath here, inhaling through my nose. I tend to exhale through my mouth. Every exhale, I'm allowing to relax into my Wuji just a little bit more. Now, commencement form, we just use it as a startup form. Let me turn sideways at an angle. You come to Wuji, and with commencement, you just rotate the arms up. In this form of commencement form, the palms stay toward each other. They come up to about the chest level, and then the hands come down. You bring them toward your belly. The hands start circling a little bit there toward your belly, and then they come up the chest. You've basically drawn the letter U. And then the hands come forward and then come back. That's the upper body portion of commencement. Let's do that together. Find your Wuji. Rotate up as you inhale. Release the hands down as you exhale. Hands come up the chest. Hands reach out about 70% of your reach. Elbows come down and the hands come back to heart center. Pretty simple. I was just joined by my other teaching assistant, Coda. He's in to join us. Big Chocolate Lab. Now, the footwork for commencement form, come back to your Wuji, and for the commencement, sway your weight to the right foot for a moment, and then sway your weight to the left foot. I want you just to notice how your weight separates. And as the weight goes to one foot, let's use your right foot. Let your weight go fully as much as possible to your right foot. That left foot now is safe. You can lift it and put it down safely without feeling like you're falling. So for commencement, we bring the weight to the right foot. We lift that left foot and we put the heel down. The heel comes down and then the foot. and you bend the left knee a little bit. Bring the foot back and let's do that again. Bring your weight to the right foot. Lift the left foot and put down the heel and then the toe, and your weight goes to the left foot. Notice how your whole body weight shifted to the left foot. That makes it safe now to pick up the right foot and put it down next to the left foot. So we took a step. That's one form of Tai Chi step. So weight goes to the right foot, lift the left foot, step out, weight goes to the left foot, bring the right foot to join. Now we're going to do that with the upper body motion. So find your Wuji. For the commencement form, inhale as you bring the arms up. The hands come down and drift toward your belly button. The weight starts coming on your right foot as the hands come up the chest. You step out with the left foot, and then as the weight goes to the left foot, you reach forward and you bring the right foot to join the left. Elbows come down and the hands come back to heart center. And then you do an open close. The palms separate and come back together. We also call that a pulsing. Now, the secret to open and close is the hands should be soft. The palms should be curved with the fingers because it's like you're holding an energy ball. So when you pulse the hands or you open and close, you stretch the energy ball and then you release it. That is what we use as a separator form in this version of Tai Chi. So we'll be doing that between all of our sequences. Okay. So let's do one round of that and then we'll jump into our single whip. So find your Wuji. Inhale into commencement form as the arms rise. Bring the hands down to the belly button. As your weight starts coming to the right foot, your hands come up the chest. Step out with the left foot. The hands come forward. Bring the right foot to join the left. Elbows down, open, and close. If you want a little bit more attention and detail to those three forms, come to the intro class, why it's Tai Chi, why it's great for seniors. Because now we're going to start using the open and close as our beginning point of what we're going to practice today, which is going to be single whip to the left. Let me get a little. Let me demo to you single whip to the left. It's the open and close. I step out with the left foot and I open the curtain. And I wave hands in the clouds. We end with a little bit of flare as one hand goes higher than the other, and we come back to the center and we open and close. I'm going to demo brush the knee for you too. This is brush the knee right. As we play the lute, we parry, we punch, we block, we push the mountain, and we return. That's our two main sequences, and we learn them going both directions. So let's practice our single whip today. So find your Wuji, bring your hands up to opening. Oh, let me demo single whip one time to you with my back to you, just so that you'll see it in the motion where the, in the direction where my words are saying. So open and close, single whip to the left, open the curtain, wave hands in the clouds. Hands come together at heart center for an open and a close. So, and I'll keep trying to remember to flip back with turn around so you can see it in that direction. So let's find your open and close position, open and close. To start single whip to the left, Bring your weight to the right foot. You've already learned that that means your left foot is free to step out. So turn your torso 45 degrees to the left, and that left foot steps out heel, toe. When the weight comes to that left foot, you turn the palms away from you and you push the energy curtain. Let's do that again. Come back to Wuji. Open and close. Bring your weight to the right foot. Step out 45 degrees to the left and push the curtain. Now open the curtain. Your hands are together and you're looking at the back of the hands. Your weight is pressing into that left foot, but you got a nice straight back. You're not leaning into it. Open the curtain as your right hand starts circling around as your torso twists with it. Your head and eyes are following the right hand. Bring the hand back. Let's do that again. Weight's on the left foot. The left hand stays exactly where it is, but the right hand leaves and your torso turns with the right hand. Your weight is shifting from the left foot to the right. One more time. Bring the hands together. Weight's on the left foot. Open the curtain. Notice how your weight is shifting to the right foot. Now, your right hand is off to the right and you're staring at the back of the hand. Your weight is on the right foot. That means the left foot is free to lift and bring back in to join the right foot. Anytime you've got your weight on one foot, it's probably because you're about to do something with the other foot. So like this means lift that left foot and bring it back in to join the right. The left hand does a swoosh. So this left hand that hasn't moved yet, drop it down and it just rotates and comes over near your right elbow. I've thrown a lot at you. Let's start up at the first again and go through that. Open and close. Bring your weight to the right foot. Step out 45 degrees to the left. Your left foot will come down heel and then toe. Your weight goes to the left foot. Turn the palms away and push. Now you open the curtain by separating the hands. The right hand circles around as you shift your weight from the left foot to the right foot. The left hand drops down in a swoosh motion and brings the left palm near the right elbow. Lift the left foot and bring it in to join the right. Nice. I'm going to do it with my back to you. If you've been working with me, you've been through this, so I'm not rushing for you guys. But if you're brand new, this may feel rushed and fast. But bear with me because we go over it in each class and you will get it. You will pick it up in time, especially with the notes I send you with some written instructions. And you take the recording of the class and practice. But we have a lot to cover, so it does feel a little rushed. But you slow it down in your private practice if you choose to do one. So come back to your Wuji with your hands at the heart center. Open and close. Single whip to the left, you bring your weight to the right foot. Turn your torso 45 degrees to the left, and you take that foot and just step out heel and then toe. Bring your weight to the left foot. Turn your palms away and push. Your arms go about 70% of your reach, and then you separate the hands. And as you separate the hands, you watch the back of the right hand. As you open the curtain, your weight is shifting to your right foot. Lift that left foot to join the right. Swish the left hand down till it comes pointing towards your right elbow. Now, mechanically, I say bring it down to point to your right elbow. In reality, any motion like this is fine. You don't have to be mechanical and make it sharp point cornered. Just bring it like crossing your belly button a little, because we're going to be moving the arms back and forth in a flowing motion. So Yes. Is it close to the elbow? Yeah, but don't be too mechanical and try to sharpen it. I've had students misunderstand me and actually look like they're trying to bring a plane in for landing, you know, and I don't mean it like that. So it's just basically bring it somewhere in that vicinity, and then we're gonna go back and forth. Okay. Find your Wuji. Sorry, I had to stretch there. Bring your hands together at the heart center. Open and close. Now, when you do the open and close, you may find it's really comfortable and relaxing to kind of straighten your knees a little bit on the open as you inhale. And then exhale and settle back into those soft knees. Kind of a reminder to relax. Now, single whip left. Bring your weight to the right foot. Turn your torso 45 degrees to the left and step out with that left foot, heel first, then the toe. Bring the weight down on that left foot. Turn the palms away from you, and it's as though you're pushing an energy wall, a thick, invisible wall you're pushing away. Then separate the hands, bringing the right to circle the torso as the eyes follow it. And this is called opening the curtain. Just imagine that you're using your hand to open a curtain. Your weight now moves to the right foot. So bring that left foot back into where it started. Swish that left hand down. Beautiful. Let's talk waving hands in the clouds now. It's one of my favorites anyway. Let's talk footwork first. So when we're at this point, we finished just opening the curtain. Our feet are back where we started. We're basically back in Wuji with our arms just in the air from the end of open the curtain. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 3 steps to the left. And the way you do that is you bring your weight to the right foot. That frees up that left foot so it can move. So you lift it and take a small step out to the left. That's it. Now bring the weight to the left foot, lift the right foot and join it. That's 1 step. I'm going to turn my back to you. Weight to the right foot, left foot takes a step out, shift the weight to the left foot and bring the right foot to join. Weight to the right foot, step out with the left foot, bring the weight to the left foot and bring the right foot to join. Let's do a couple more of those. Weight to the right foot, step out to the left, bring in the right foot. The whole time you're doing that shifting of the weight. The weight goes to the right foot, the weight goes to the left foot, and you're back. Weight to the right foot, weight to the left foot, and you're back. So you're doing this gentle little motion with your steps. I'm doing it pretty quickly now, but it's basically a rocking motion left and right, because we talk about safety in Tai Chi. The safety is you want to make sure that weight is firm on one foot before you lift the other one. Then you bring the weight to that one and you lift the first one. This is postural awareness and weight separation. And it's one reason that Tai Chi is known for fall prevention. The more we learn where our weight is, the more we become conscious of it, the less likely we are to take a fall, because we're more prepared of knowing where we are in space. Proprioception. I love that word. Okay. So to start waving hands in the clouds, we want to be where we left off with open the curtain. So let me get you to that point. Find your Wuji. Bring your right hand up with the palm facing away and bring the left hand to where your palm is. Your fingers are basically pointing to the right. This is where we are at the end of opening the curtain. So to progress into waving hands in the clouds, bring your weight to your right foot. Lift that left foot and step out, and then bring your weight to the left foot. Okay? Now, let's come back to your Wuji. Now, to get the arms going, This is the tricky part. Everybody always, and I did too when I first started taking this form. This is tricky for some reason. You want to bring that left hand up. Let's see if I can get in front. You want to bring the left hand up, and it's going to replace the right hand. So you can literally just take that left hand and put it on top of that right hand if you want to, because it's just going to take the place of that right hand, and then the right hand's going to come down and point to the left elbow. So let me get back here and show you what. So I'm like this. I'm going to take the left hand up and the right hand down. Then we're going to rotate back the other way. I'm watching the back of that left hand. And when I get over to the left side, I'm going to bring the right hand to replace the left, take the left hand down and rotate the other way. It's a simple pattern. Just got to get used to it. So bring the left hand up to replace the right hand comes down and rotate to the left. We're just going to go back and forth like that. And eventually you just start doing it in a flowing motion. Whichever hand is up. If it's the right hand, you're going to rotate to the right. If it's the left hand, you're going to rotate to the left. With the torso, not the legs. It just starts to become flowing too if you practice it. Let one hand glide up, the other one just glides down as you rotate the torso. Now let's see if we can add some footwork to that. So come back to your Wuji. Put your arms in the position that they're in at the end of open the curtain. The right hand is up to the right, and you're staring at the back of the hand, and the left hand is got the fingers pointing to the right elbow. So right hand up, left hand down. So let's bring your weight to the right foot, lift the left foot and step out. And as you're shifting the weight, bring that left hand up to replace the right hand. The right hand comes down and you rotate as you shift the weight. Now my weight's on the left foot and I'm staring at the back of the left hand. I'm going to bring that right foot in, switch hands. My right hand went high and I'm rotating back. Weight's on the right foot, step out with the left, switch hands and rotate. Bring in the right foot, switch hands and rotate back. Step out to the left, switch hands and rotate to the left. Step in with the right foot, switch hands and rotate back to the right. We do 3 of these and then we end this sequence with a little bit of a flare. The left hand comes up higher than the right and then both hands drift to the center as you bring the torso forward and the hands come to heart center for an open and close. That is single whip to the left. So let's do the whole sequence. Let's start it with a commencement form, just so we can go back and practice it one time. So find your Wuji. Commencement, you rotate the shoulders with an inhale. The hands drop and sort of draw the letter U as they come toward the belly button and then up the chest. Your weight's going to the right foot. You step out with the left foot, get your weight there on the left foot and reach forward. The right foot joins the left as the knees come down. And you open and close. Now I'm going to call single whip left. So weight to the right foot, push out to the left. Open the curtain, watching the back of the right hand. Left foot comes in, left hand swishes down. Left hand goes high, right hand goes low, and you step out. Switch the hands. The right hand goes high, left hand goes low, right foot comes in, and you rotate back. Switch hands, step out to the left and rotate. Beautiful. I see some nice flowing motion there, people. Switch hands and rotate back to the right. Step out to the left, switch hands and rotate to the left. We're finishing our third one. Step in with the right foot, switch hands and rotate back. Now we get that little flare with the left hand where it kind of goes a little high, and the hands float back to the front of you as your torso went front, and you open and close. I'm going to do that this time with my back to you so that the words will agree with my motions. Find your Wuji. Remember, soft knees, soft shoulders, active relaxation. Don't mean that. Don't expect that to mean that you'll never use more muscle strength than you need. We do, but the concept of active relaxation is look for it and let it go. So anytime you recognize it, relax. It's a lesson for life. Anytime you feel tension or stress or tightness in the body, relax it. You enjoy life so much more when you start doing that. So many things that annoyed you before just stop annoying you. Bring your hands to heart center. Open and close. Now, before you bring your weight to the right foot, it might help if you just turn your right heel out a little bit. Just pivot on the toe and turn the right heel out a little bit. Bring your weight to the right foot. Turn your torso to the left. Step out, heel to the floor, then the toe, and push the energy curtain. Open the curtain, watching the back of the right hand. Your weight's coming to the right foot. Bring in that left foot to join the right. Swish the left hand down toward the right elbow. You might need to correct that right ankle that you adjusted earlier. Step out to the left. Switch hands. The left hand goes up to replace the right hand goes low, and you rotate back to the left, or you rotate to the left. Weight's going to the left foot. Bring in the right foot. Switch hands. Right hand goes high, left hand goes low, and you rotate. Now, none of this is twisting in your legs. It's all twisting the upper torso. Step out, switch hands, and rotate. Switch hands, step in, and rotate. This is all torso twisting. The head stays in line with the torso. Step out, switch hands, and rotate. Bring in the right foot, switch hands, and rotate. Little flare with the left hand as you rotate the torso back forward for an open and a close. Let's take just a moment and come into our Wuji. Let me get a drink of water. Good time for you to take a sip if you want to. Oh, that feels good. So find your Wuji and bring your hands up to the open and close position. Let's just spend a minute reaching to see if we can feel anything between our palms. It doesn't mean you will feel anything. Don't be surprised if you don't. But just see if you can feel something between your palms. Can you feel a little tingling in the palms? Can you feel a little magnetic force between the palms? Maybe a warmth. The exercise is just to reach and see if you can feel something, or if you don't. If you feel nothing, that's what you feel. But see if you can bring your awareness right there in the middle of your palms. And breathe, just breathe. You might try opening the palms and closing them. We call this pulsing, stretching the energy and relaxing the energy. And by the way, you don't have to believe in chi. You don't have to believe in this energy that's invisible. All you have to do is imagine, just imagine. Imagine that there's energy flowing between your palms and circling. Like a miniature earth, just circling. Or maybe a gigantic atom. That energy is just circling, and it's coming from your body, from hand to hand. All energy comes from the universe. It flows into the earth, flows up to us, flows down to us, flows through us. So just imagine a piece of that energy is between your palms, And you're stretching it as you pulse out and releasing it as you release in. Breathing. You might want to try moving your ball around a little bit. Maybe you visualize your energy ball as green. Green color is common. Mine tends to be silver with a mixture of white. I've heard people talk about red, yellow, blue. We all have different imaginations. We have different meaning for what the colors might mean to us. I think silver might be neutral to me. I'm not sure, but I'm thinking maybe. But it always swirls. I see white and silver and transparencies through there. But the energy is constantly flowing, and now I'm feeling tingling in my palms. Relax your hands down, and let's go through the practice one more time while we've got a minute or two left. So find your Wuji. By the way, I've learned if you stand in the grocery store line and you start doing the energy ball practice, people get out of your way and let you move ahead of them. They're scared of you. So yeah. So I'm not sure if that's a good thing or bad thing, but when you start acting weird like that, they want to get out of your way. So find your Wuji. Hands at heart center and open and close. I'm going to do it with my back to you. Single whip to the left. Bring your weight to the right foot. Turn your torso, not your knees or your hips. Turn your torso 45 degrees to the left and step out. It's a small step. Your weight goes to the left foot and you push. Open the curtain, watching the back of the right hand. Notice that smooth transition of your weight from your left foot to the right foot. Now your weight's on the right foot, so you can lift that left foot and gently bring it back in to join the right, and drop that left hand and bring it around to the right elbow. Now weight to the right foot and step out to the left. Switch hands. Notice when you switch hands how you turn a little bit to the right, just a little torso twist to the right before you rotate. Step in with the right, switch hands. You'll twist the torso a little to the left there and rotate. Switch hands, step out to the left and rotate, breathing the whole time. Switch hands, step in with the right and rotate back. Switch hands, step out to the left and rotate. Step in with the right, switch hands and rotate. Left hand comes a little high. Back to heart center for an open and a close. And when you finished your sequence for your practice that day, just allow the hands to go forward, palms down, and just kind of close off your practice. That's one form of closing. The other one is bring the hands up and push energy down your spine. I like this one better, but people will use one or the other. I always like to do a couple of these. It just feels good. I rise up a little, push the energy down, and soften my knees as I exhale. Beautiful. And if you want to come seated, I'm having to work around the dog sleeping here. He's in my way. He's a great dog, though I can't complain. Okay. Let's see. Stop the share music and we'll start. Oops, I think I just did something I shouldn't have done. Yeah, fixed it. Okay, just as a reminder, hopefully you'll choose to practice at home. You don't have to, just come do it with me. But if you'll choose to practice even 5 minutes at home, it will make a big difference. Just remember, we're kind of rushed here. So at home, go a little slower. The the more you slow it down, the better it gets as a mindful movement practice, meditative. If you have to rush to get the mechanics, do it. You know, learn the mechanics. If you want to do waving hands in the clouds from one side of the room to the other, do 20 of them quickly, and then turn around and do quickly back. Do it because you want to learn the mechanics. And then as you pick it up, start slowing it down. You know, move at your own pace, but the goal is to slow it down. Include music, if you will. I highly recommend everybody have music on when they're practicing, but that's your option, obviously. Or if not music, maybe nature sounds. Soft rain is a good one. I personally like soft, easy listening music, even some classical. Spotify has a couple of lists. I don't even know the names. I just ask for something like easy listening and it starts playing. But I highly recommend because I think sounds just set the mood. So I think it helps us relax into it. Thank you for coming today. If you have some experiences on Get Set Up, whether they're with me or one of the other guides, please share them on social media. And if you don't want to send it to social media, maybe you're like me and you're not really a Twitter. I've never been on Twitter in my life, so I can't say I've tweeted anything. But maybe you are a Twitter fan, and so get on there and share it, or send it to liz@getsetup.io. Now, I admit I do get on Facebook. I like to get on Facebook and look at the dog pictures. That's a little addiction of mine. So I'm a member of several groups, and I go in and look at dog pictures. But that's about all I do. I'm not really that big social person online. But Liz takes care of it, because if I have something to share on social media, Liz will put it in the blog. You can do the same thing. There are classes related to this one on Get Set Up, including Qigong and forms of yoga. The slow flow yoga is related to what we're doing here. I don't recommend, it's not that I don't recommend it, but things like power yoga are not related to what we're doing here. That's more like gym exercise. But some of the slow flow yoga is very similar when it slows down and becomes mindful, like what we're doing here. So I highly recommend trying them, and try out power yoga. You may love sweating to the oldies, you know. My next class will always be Tai Chi for beginners. I do it several times a week. So come as often as you can, try the different sequences, come back and repeat them with me, because I try to say different things each time I teach it and bring out different subtleties. So hopefully I'll get different nuances passed on to you guys. And slowly but surely, we're getting to where we get to do 2 of the sequences in a class sometimes. I think Wednesday, I think I was able to do 2 of them. We managed to get the time. And so we are speeding up a little bit. And of course, if you haven't been to Tai Chi Shibashi, come give it a try. That stands alone. You don't have to memorize anything. You just show up and move with me. 18 exercises done in a specific sequence to work our body gently, but make us healthier. It's very therapeutic. And I find it a lot of fun, especially when I get to share it with you guys. And then Kundalini Yoga, which I had a class yesterday, my first one on Get Set Up, and I had a blast. So if you guys are free, come try my Kundalini Yoga. I think starting next week or the next, I'll have 2 classes a week. They're giving me one on Thursday evenings. So Friday at 4:00 and Tuesday evenings, that's meant, at 6:30, I think. So check that out. It's not like gym yoga, so come give it a try. It's actually, I think it's designed for everybody, especially seniors. It's just the nature of the beast that it's a therapeutic style of yoga. I'll send you some notes today and detail one of the forms we did today. So if you keep coming to class, eventually you get a collection of all the descriptions. Please give us feedback, if you would. On the notes, there's going to be a button there, an orange button that says give feedback. It really means a lot. And thank you for some of the feedback some of you have been giving lately, because they've been referring some of them back. They don't tell me who says it, but they send me your words. And I really appreciate what I've been hearing. And a couple of the things I'm taking to heart to make some changes. So give the feedback. It matters. And in the feedback, not only can you type comments, you can also give stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. And seriously, it doesn't take any effort at all to just bring your cursor up there and click that 5th star. And I appreciate that so much. So consider that little extra effort of clicking that star. Give me your comments about the session, the class over here on the left, or over here about me. I'm your guide, Ty. And in general, anything about Get Set Up that you think could improve, maybe something new you want to learn, give the feedback here. The powers that be pay attention. They want to bring it to you, and they will try to find a teacher if enough people ask for the same class. That's actually what brought me in. They wanted a Tai Chi teacher. The Get Set Up community, with a stress on the word community. We are a community. We share so much in common other than just being seniors. And it's working out beautifully, in my opinion. But it means that you've got to be part of it because you're part of the community. So make your suggestions. New class, please suggest it. Maybe consider hosting an interest group. Just be the person who starts the session, says this interest group is about growing daffodils. Who grows daffodils? And just start the conversation. It's a great idea, great opportunity. And I've been attending a few of them. And boy, have I gotten some good recipes. We partner with assisted care, senior living, government, and community organizations. So if you are involved with any of those, please send us the contact information. We would love to reach out to them and see if they'd like to partner with us. That's how we make things, or how the powers that be make things happen. I'm a guide. I don't go out doing that. But the powers that be do make these connections and bring it to us so that we can use them. There is a recording of today's session. Feel free to email help@getsetup.io and request it. That is a great way to practice between classes. I'm out of breath. Got a couple of minutes. Any questions? I saw you laughing. Emily, are you laughing at me? I see you're just outright laughing. Look at her. Now, I know on occasion I might say something funny, but I haven't said anything funny. You're on mute, sweetheart. I'm going to laugh at you because you're talking on mute. Okay.
I noticed that you have an exercise class in a couple of weeks.
Yes, that just came on schedule yesterday. Sharp of you to notice it. Are you going to come?
Yes.
Yes. I've got 2 classes coming up that week called Sit and Stay Fit. They're chair fitness classes. So if you want a fitness class, a little bit of aerobic activity in a chair, come join me. It won't be as gentle as Tai Chi. We are going to move, but it's going to be a movement that we all can do. It's not going to be like running a marathon or jumping jacks. It's just movement. And of course, everybody can pause if they want to pause for a minute, but I'm going to give you constant movement if I can, because I want it too. Thank you for bringing that up, Denise. I need marketers like you. Everybody else, did you hear that? Sit and Stay Fit with me. It starts in, I think, a little over a week. So come give that a try. I get to do something more aerobic than all these gentle modalities that I enjoy so much. And I do enjoy the mindful modalities. So with that being said, unless somebody's got another, let me look at chat. Sometimes I should pay attention to chat. I tend to think that the TA takes care of it, but let's see. Oh my goodness, Nancy's been busy. Look at all the information she's passing on. Beautiful. Thank you, Pamela. Pamela said she enjoyed it, and Nancy said thank you. And Pat Moore said, thanks, Ty. Yeah, enjoy your day too, Pat. Everybody, you got a great weekend ahead of you. Enjoy it. Melinda, enjoyed the class. Everyone have safe and meaningful Memorial Day weekend. And will you review every movement from last class, right? Thank you. Twee, I will be reviewing movements every class. We basically have 4 sequences, 2 sequences that work 2 ways. And as long as I'm working on the Sung Style 12, I will keep reviewing all of those repeatedly. In the meantime, I am working on another sequence that I want to bring to you called the Yang Style 8. So maybe in a month or so, we will start working on it for a while and then come back to this one again. So this one will never go away, but I may intermix it with another series so that we can have a little more diversity, maybe, a little something else to try. But yeah, these forms will constantly get repeated over you. And I've actually asked to see if they would give me a class called Tai Chi Practice, where I don't teach as much as just guide you through this sequence repeatedly. Maybe we spend just like 30 minutes doing the forms. It wouldn't be for people who are just starting. It'd be the ones who've been with me a few weeks, but we'll see if that gets granted. So if you guys are interested in such a thing, put it in the request and say you'd like to have a practice class for Tai Chi where there's less teaching and more doing, and we'll slow it down. Notice my little ditto, slow it down, my quote marks. I know you're there, Nancy. You're not leaving us. We appreciate you, Nancy. Nancy said in chat that I'm here. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Susan, Doris. Love having you guys. You are the class. So I got to go now. We're nearing time. Oh, we're out of time. And I'll see you again soon in class. Be good. That's a way. Anybody know this sign?
Tomorrow.
Anybody know this sign?
Love.
Thank you. It means I love you in sign language. Yeah. So I use this on occasion just to see who, they use it for hello and greeting and goodbye. It means more than just I love you. I've been told, I'm not deaf, obviously. Well, maybe I could be, but okay. See you guys soon. Have a great weekend.